welcome to Toy Squad episode 9. As promised, we have a new intro. We couldn't keep playing the old one forever. Most of those guys aren't even on the show anymore, actually. So we figured it out, got a new intro, and there we go. What's going on, everybody? Everyone's drinking.
Hey,
what's happening? I'm doing white wine tonight. What's everybody else drinking?
I'm doing a classic grocery store brand grapefruit seltzer. Hashtag not sponsored, not an ad.
Very, very nice. And what is that? Strawberry Crush or something?
Orange Crush.
You Americans are fancy cans.
Real quick, are you colorblind?
Beer.
No, man. You guys just have like our Orange Crush cans are just like orange, and they just say Crush on them.
Motherfucker, that can is as orange as orange could be. You're like, is that strawberry?
No, well, he's holding it back. No, I mean, there's nothing on the can except for like all the like warnings about drinking it and you'll die and shit like that on the back. That's it. Like, in Canada, everything has a warning. Like even the cigarettes now have like little warnings printed on the filters, like in tiny little letters. And it's like you're like looking at it. And it's like, what the fuck?
Nobody reads instructions anymore.
Yeah, or they'll put in Canada on the smoke packs. They'll put like a big picture of like a heart disease picture or something like that. Or like tongue cancer or something. It's like, ugh. It's brutal. No, Canada's fucked, man. We're like way too like.
Addie, what are you drinking?
IPA Space Camper.
What does that taste like? Space pine needles and shit, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Tastes like microchips and hydraulic fluid.
Yeah.
Nice. Even better.
Even better. All right. Well, let's see what's going on in the chat here before we figure out what the hell we're talking about tonight. So we got Bjorn. He was here at 5:30. Yeah, you were early, dude. You were very early. Task Force is here. Hi, Define our Outer Rim Station is here. What's going on, man? Better Ray Bob. Playing with my 3.75. I just finished up a bunch of shit to send him, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, there's a few people getting in here, but figure out how to do this. Kind of brain dead tonight. Did brakes on my Jeep today, man. Feel like a man. Gonna have a man's job today.
You're on gist.
Yeah.
It was a Monday.
I took it on a road with my girlfriend to the vet's office so she could get her eye. She had a sty on her eye that needed to be like worked on, and she had that done. So she's hanging around and giving me dirty looks that I took her there.
You deserve
Yeah. But also you can, I'm going to do the usual pitch that we do on every one of our shows. So you can go and check out these links here. You can get World Makers Consortium stuff there. You can get a Station People shirt there now. You can also use the same address there. Just look up Famous Studios. Grab some of his merch. I think Eddie's got merch on there now. So yeah, look at us go. But definitely.
Hey, Rad. What does the Station People shirt benefit?
Oh yeah. Segueing right into that, knowing casually. So if anybody doesn't know yet, if you're tuning in or watching this post, I am in pre-production right now of a documentary that I'm putting together about what we're doing. What the main group is doing with the world building, station building. It's going to be called Station People, which is a term that Dom over at Toy Domination, I think he's the first person I ever heard say it. So, but he would call us the Station People when we were on his show earlier back in the day, which is probably 90% responsible why WMC exists. He was doing a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So we kind of took off with the 118th world building thing, and
he did use Station People as a slur. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You freaking Station People.
You freaking Station People.
We've been called worse.
I've been called worse by nicer. So yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we got that on the go, and also we totally forgot to talk about it on WMC last Friday, but we'll talk about it this week. We have the Goblin Challenge going right now, which is a little bit ludicrous, but so we put it out there probably 2 or 3 shows ago. we're gonna have everybody do up a custom 1/18th Green Goblin, and the idea that he is the death stick seller or dealer on everyone's station, galaxy, whatever you're building. And yeah, and then on my end or Famine's end, maybe we'll make up the chemist or the kingpin that can live in the station and go from there. So yeah, we'll make a little story out of it. It'll be fun. And that challenge is going actually till May 24th. So we're giving you like tons of time to get this together and go from there. There's also, yeah, speaking of all the merchant stuff too, previously, there's a challenge or a contest coming up. I'm gonna get pictures of people either wearing their shirt in front of their station, their shirt in front of the station. Famine's not wearing it. Nobody's wearing the merch.
You asked me earlier. You asked me for pictures without my shirt in front of my station. What was that about?
Oh, that's for a different contest. Don't tell them about that.
Okay.
Let's keep that one a secret, man.
I just wanted to be. I was confused.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, no, that's for a secret.
Don't act so confused there, Famine.
But yeah, now I've completely lost. Now that I've lost my train of thought completely. Yeah.
The t-shirt,
so,
t-shirt
thing.
Yeah.
So either you're wearing it with a picture in front of your collection, or you have the shirt in front of your collection. You send us the pictures. We're gonna do a draw, and it's going to be $100 Amazon card of your choosing in currency. So yeah, so don't think you're getting like $100 Canadian if you're in the States. Like I'll buy you an Amazon card that's $100 American. So I'm hoping nobody out there uses euros, because euros will be the most expensive to kind of convert over to Amazon. So Lord of Thane is not allowed to enter the contest at all. I haven't told them yet, so just nobody say anything.
Nobody tell them to enter. Nobody remind them.
Yeah, nobody remind them. But yeah, I'll take them aside separately and deal with that situation. But no, but yeah, seriously, Famine, you start talking now because my mouth is getting dry.
Hey, I've got one question before Famine starts talking. Is there what are the rules about the Goblin Death Stick dealer? Is there any rules?
No, I think what we'll do.
Goblin.
Well, I think we'll do. It has to be like a 1/18th goblin at least.
Right, but I mean,
I don't want to discriminate people that don't want to pay $32 for the other Green Goblin.
There is that new 1/18, I guess 4-inch scale goblin that some people have picked up.
Yeah, Eddie likes that guy. So if you got that goblin, that's bonus.
You get extra points. What I'm saying is, you get extra points if you use this guy.
Without his
goblin you want.
Why is he wearing a flasher jacket? What was he doing over there? He looks like a flasher, dude.
He's dealing death sticks.
Did you ever go to like New York City in the 80s, bro? Like anybody who was holding, they'd have a long ass coat on. They'd be like, I got that smoke. You want that smoke? I got that right. What do you need? What do you need? I got that white girl. What do you want? It's not stepped on. Come pick it up. And you'd walk over, and then you'd get hooked up.
I don't know. Yeah, any drugs that in Canada, we just walk out into the forest and find our drugs.
Jesus.
Sucking on the maple sap right out of the teat of the tree.
I know, yeah. The tree teat. Yeah, just sucking it right from the tree teat. Getting that good maple syrup in there. It's actually really disgusting before you boil it.
A little bit of that action where he's like holding it up. Here you go. You want some of this? I just got to invent death sticks.
I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody who tuned in Friday night after WMC. We did about 3-hour cryptids and crafting live stream where we talked about the Mothman, and let me tell you, people turned right up. It was an amazing crowd, so thank you for everybody about that. I think I'm going to be doing that twice a month. It's not going to be a weekly thing just because 3 hours on a Friday night is a long way to go, but we're absolutely going to keep that going. And yeah, I'm over on Patreon now. If you guys want to check it out, Famine Studios 262. Why they assigned me 262, I don't know. There's no other Famine Studios, but to hell with it. So go check that out. A lot of options there. You can also sign up for a free Patreon just to get alerts for things. That's also an option on there. But yeah, please go check it out.
Oh, and I hear that the WMC Patreons, the top tier Patreons, are starting to get their world builder packages. I don't know how the one from England showed up before the one going to Starboy and stuff. So, But yeah, so you got different tiers on the WMC Patreon. You've got $14 a month, which quarterly you'll get like a box of like Greebles, world building stuff. And then the next tier down is $8, and then every 6 months you'll get the reward or the send out or whatever. There's all sorts of contests. I got it one contest I got to wrap up over there with the Slave One. So yeah, I'm gonna get that into the draw because we've had new Patreons and stuff. So I want to get as many people into the draw as possible. But yeah, you can definitely go check it out. Go check out our Patreons. Yeah, sport definitely helps, keeps the lights on. Like, we're not getting rich off this. This is like paying for our StreamYard and any other fees that we kind of have to back to do these shows every week. So there you go.
Yeah, these ring lights. This ring light, I have to turn it off intermittently because it's it's so expensive to run. So it does keep the lights on.
Oh, there's Redeemer. What's going on, bro? What are you saying?
Good evening, fellas.
What's up?
Good evening. You took Fammon's advice and like changed your camera around so you'd fit in.
Broad-shouldered, handsome gentleman. Now he's expressive. He can be bigger.
Thank you.
Larger than life.
How you guys doing? How's everyone doing today?
We're doing
not bad.
Good.
But yeah, I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about. Just Patreon. Talking about we're just trying to get people to give us money. So I think that's what we're in the show. So yeah. Oh, and then this Friday, actually, I'm gonna let you know that Deadman and Skelly will be on WMC. We're gonna do a Toy Mercs Skeleton Collectibles kind of crossover. And yeah, so they'll give you details on the contest. Toy photography and Fammon's got cash he's throwing at us. But yeah, they'll be on Friday night. Also this Friday on WMC, I haven't posted yet, but we have Think Tank Toys on. He is definitely set up, ready to go. I can't wait to see his setup.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, that's pretty exciting, man.
Yeah, you know, he's got an awesome setup. It's a setup that I wish I had room for, but I don't want to pay for.
I sometimes thought that he's well, I don't know what he's been taking pictures of recently, but like maybe like a week or two ago, he was doing like Warhammer. He does like a lot of Warhammer stories. There's like little comic seats, which are good.
Yeah, his whole station's really cool. It's like this table out of a store that's like all the displays all the way around, but he turned it into like a dystopian like post-apocalyptic surface, and then down into this like bunker or vault or something that he's got built. It's really cool. It was like really clever way to build that, and I felt bad for the guy because he was like, I messaged him about coming on the show a while ago, and he's like, "Oh, I'm moving," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, that would suck." Could you guys, any of you guys, like, I don't know, I myself, you guys have seen my collection and wow, I'm set up. Like, that would be the worst thing on fucking earth to have for me to have to move, dude. Like, oh my god, I'm glad I'm not in an earthquake zone either. That would be fucked.
Oh no,
they make museum wax. It comes in a little blue container. I've got one, but essentially you take like less than a pea size amount and you make a little ball, and then you just, what I do is put it in the heel of the peg hole and stick it down, and it's a non-adhesive wax, but it'll hold your figures still, so you could like shake the shit out of it and you won't knock your whole army over. I'm sure like anything over a 6 or 7 quake, you're gonna have bigger problems anyway. But it's called museum wax, and it comes in a little blue container. Check that if you're ever worried about your figures getting knocked over. You're setting up your army and you don't want to domino them. It's a way to do it.
So yeah, it doesn't hurt them or anything. It doesn't like melt their feet off or something.
No, it's quite literally wax, but it's just such a high tactile wax that they use it in museums for like plates and shit that sit in glass containers so that it doesn't fall.
That's kind of cool.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. Yes, Plumbing explained. I would definitely just keep in mind you're only getting like $1 or $2 for every shirt that you sell if you're thinking about doing your own merch. Like they're charging like, I don't know, what is it, $24 American, and you're getting like
less than that in America. You might be leaning towards Canadian prices. Their shirts are $20 US, but they constantly run $16 sales, things like that. But you got to also think you're not holding merchandise. It's print on demand, so you don't have inventory you got to fight with. So I like them for that reason.
Oh, yeah, and that kind of reminds me, and since that Station People shirt is new, it's actually 30% off right now. So I think that puts it at $16 American. So you can go grab that because every time you put a new design up there, they put it on discount for like a few days or something like that. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Maybe buy me a couple tacos when I'm on my road trip in the States, checking out people's stuff and doing toy hunting and all that shit.
I'll feed you so you don't have to buy tacos.
All right. Going to famines first then.
I love tacos.
Oh, tacos are so good. You guys have better taco places down there. We like literally only have Taco Bell and like
we're closer to the source. That's why.
Yeah, maybe. No, I always hear people talking in the States like they're like, "Oh, I went to this like awesome like Johnny Bip Bop's fucking burrito barn, and it's like the best fucking thing ever." And I'm like, "Oh, we don't have that shit. We just have like Taco Bell and like we can't even like our Taco Bells and KFCs don't even have their own buildings. Like they live in the same building. Like it's.
I literally have 2 Mexican restaurants within 2 blocks of me, both different directions.
I live in a place called Homestead, Florida. This place has a lot of Mexican food, dude. Like it's like predominantly, like there's just a lot of Mexicans here, a lot of Hispanic people here. So like there's like Mexican restaurants all over the place.
Awesome.
We go to 2 in Albany, and one of them is literally in a hole. It's a hole in the wall. I shit you not, no wider than that shelf, like a doorway. You have to go down a long ass hallway and turn in. And it's this little spot. The most fucking authentic tacos you're gonna find in Albany, New York, or like upstate New York. Maybe down in the city, there's some places that are like straight up, people, came from Mexico, opened up land of opportunity in New York. But let me tell you, those are some good fucking tacos. And when you say you want them spicy, like I've told them before, like I want spicy, they're like, okay. I'm like, no, not white person spicy. I want it spicy. I can't handle it anymore. But every once in a while, I get a wild hair at my ass, and like, you want it spicy? I'm like, yes, like not white people spicy, but like spicy. Fucking knock your teeth out, man. So good, so good.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's making me hungry. We should start talking about toys. So
yeah, please.
I got less hungry. But I don't know, Eddie. Do you want to show your stuff off? You had some pretty cool shit you were showing me earlier.
So
were those his pictures of him without a shirt on in front of his collection too, or was that?
Those are private, secret famine.
No, we weren't going to talk about that out loud.
You weren't. I have questions.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
You sent them a picture. You were
the
first one.
Here's Eddie's. That's a nice Casey Jones, bro.
I got the 2-pack, the Casey Jones 2-pack cartoons. I'm late to the TMNT cartoon turtles, very late to the party, but I'm only grabbing core characters right now. And that's it, just core characters. And I got the party wagon right there. That's it.
Have you got
already caught up? The NECA party wagon?
Turtles. Huh?
The NECA party wagon? Like the big
Sir.
Oh my man.
Right there.
Eddie, you need like 15 more foot soldiers, my man.
I know, but take it easy, man. These things are not as cheap as they were when they first came out.
Have you got all the figures you're looking for?
Say that again?
Have you got all the figures you're looking for?
So far, I think I'm pretty caught up to what I wanted, to where I'm happy, and I'm like, okay, that looks good.
Is foot soldiers?
All I'm missing right now is Krang with the body, because you know how Krang was,
Is that foot soldier available on single card, or do they pull a Hasbro and have to make?
So it's the ultimate. The single is an ultimate, and he's not damaged in the middle like this. So this one's like literally being hung up by one wire.
That's wild.
What the hell?
There is nothing in there.
That's awesome for a dial. You can have Casey slashing through him with a fucking his hockey stick or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But they should have gave it the option though to have like a filler piece or something to make him look like a normal soldier.
So they have the normal one, which is the single release. He's up there somewhere. And he's an ultimate. So he brings the cop hat. He brings so many accessories, like a lot of accessories.
Oh, really? They have all the cheesy disguises they used to wear in the video games and stuff?
Yeah, it brings like 3 alternate heads, like the yellow foot on the forehead, the red, and I think, what was the other color? It was another color they used. I can't remember, but it's awesome. I love that line. Like, I wish I wasn't so late to the party.
Have they done business suit Casey Jones where he's literally in a business suit but he's wearing a hockey mask?
Oh, that's
I'm
so
not
good.
sure. I know which one you're talking about. No, I don't think so. That'll probably be like an exclusive or something.
Easy money for them.
Man, listen, these things are up there right now. All of them. Some
What
are
else you
easier
got?
than others to get.
Yeah, no shit, eh? You got anything else exciting that you want to show off?
And I got the Mezco Ultraman. I want to take some pretty cool pictures with this guy.
The lights are intense, man. Holy crap.
Man, so intense. Especially, well, we all know my camera sucks, apparently. So, yeah, he's freaking awesome. I'm just scared to keep him in a certain pose for too long because the material is gonna crease up and it doesn't look as good. But I feel like I kind of creased it the other day and it kind of smoothened itself out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know. Well, if it's like that, I don't know, that scuba diver seat material or something, maybe it does come back. I don't know.
It feels like a fake. I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
A fake whatever. That's one of those fake whatevers.
Yeah, I don't think it's a scuba suit. That's for sure. I don't think it's a scuba suit.
Yeah, no doubt, eh? Yeah, I kind of regret getting in on the TMNT party too, but it was like, I think at the time it was like that. I was gonna pick one or the other, and it was like that or gargoyles. I definitely don't regret my decision to buy those NECA gargoyles, man. Those are awesome fucking figures. But they're dangerous, dude. I was like I tried to pull Goliath's head off, and it went, and then there's these hooks on his wings, and it like gashed my finger wide open. I should have sued NECA and been like, "Oh, I want like all the toys for free, or I'm gonna fucking see you." But,
you know all that bullshit that's written on the box that's like, don't put these toys in your mouth and all that shit. That's gonna be the result of your lawsuit. Is don't open this and fucking yank on the figure.
NECA's gotten better.
Yanked on.
Yeah, NECA's gotten better, but they're like so fucking fragile, man. For the price of them, like you got to treat them like gold. But nothing takes.
You just got to give them, huh?
You know what the worst, most fragile toys was the original Spawn figures, the McFarlane set.
Oh, dude,
they're brutal.
Old school McFarlane joints were.
Oh, dude, the figures were they would break, and then he put like real hair on them. But over the years, when they sit there, they just kind of like the hair deteriorates and looks all fucking gross. Like I swear, it was like real hair.
It was actually some of Todd's hair.
Probably his. Probably Todd's pubes or something.
People would pay extra money for that.
I've learned to heat these guys up. That's for sure. Any NECA figure I buy, always heat it up first before articulating because you will snap something for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
He's got his oil.
That's even better. That's right. That's even better.
That'll help 100%. It'll make it super smooth.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if I'm paying $30 for a figure, why am I doing labor?
You shouldn't. No, that's a fact. That's a whole nother discussion in and of itself. And I agree with you.
Yep.
Like, why do these companies continue to make they know it's a known issue? Like, why do they keep producing them like that?
But it's the plastic they use for sure.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they actually don't classify anything NECA as toys.
Yeah, they in their defense, they even which is one of the stupidest things. I remember reading an article saying that they were saying exactly that they're not toys. They're posable statues or some shit. And so it's like, what, guys? Come on, man. Even then, there have been people that have pulled them out of the box and have had a hard time moving them around.
Yeah.
So no, I feel you though. You're not supposed to, hands down. But if I have to, I will. Because I don't want to go through the hurt and pain of having to break my figure, and then just like one of the SH DBZ figures. pull it out over here. A friend of mine came and brought it to my house, and he goes, "Dude, move the figure around and twist the joint, you know." And he has a ball joint here in the waist that's supposed to make him for his, you know, so he can turn, swivel. So he told me push it as far as you go, and all I did was do this, and it snapped.
What?
Yeah. See, if you can look here, let me see if I can point it. It's not really clear, but there's a ball joint stuck inside of that. And then a socket so that the figure can, you know, maneuver itself at least. But he doesn't even have that articulation because the plastic that they use, the socket for it is also a hard plastic. So there's a lot of tension, you know.
So now
I have to drill that, cut a hole, drill it, put a screw in there, then make an equal size hole parallel to that in the waist, glue it, connect it, and then make my own ball joint. Now that's one of the things I can do. Or I can just pop out the socket entirely, replace the hard plastic socket with a soft plastic socket, fix the ball joint, and then pop it back in and it'll be good
to go.
Wow. Ooh, that sounds terrible.
I don't know. I think everybody's got kind of a love. Anybody that collects NECA's got that love-hate relationship. It's like the Predators too, right? The NECA Predators, awesome figures, and the aliens and stuff. But I've got a few in my collection that have like their hands glued on or something, or claws glued back onto them or something, because they've fallen like barely 4 feet, and they just, it obliterates them. So now I've got them on the shelf above my couch, so if they fall, at least they're falling onto my couch or me. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's
the Rhino Xenomorph. I picked that up on a whim. I was like, yeah, let me check this out. And the boys are fighting. I was like, oh, let me check this figure out. I'll pick it up because I love the McFarlane Xenomorphs, even though, like, you know, we discussed those things were made out of like fucking crystalline glass and, you know, cat hair, just holding them together. And I was like, all right, cool. The second I tried to articulate the head, sheared right off at the pivot on the pin that was on the, and I'm like, the fuck's the point? You pay $30, I think it was like $25 or whatever. Okay, cool. But you take it out of the package, and that was like straight out of the package. All I did was try and articulate the head, and it broke. And I'm like, these are supposed to, yeah. I'm like, these are supposed to be a premier item, and it breaks. That's not a premium item. That's not a high-end toy.
Well, and Justin here
right now, Eddie. I see you looking at the figure.
Yeah, he is.
So first of all, you could tell they cheaped out on this one because he doesn't have nothing. Okay, maybe he didn't have it in the cartoon and I just don't remember. But that's gonna snap.
That's gonna snap.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
If I do it, it's gonna. That's as far as he's going right now. Yeah.
My boy wanted to get him in his he just wanted to get him in that Kamehameha pose, you know, and he couldn't even do that because he couldn't twist the torso.
He's not moving at all. Like he's not.
Krillin's got two poses.
I see why you snapped it.
Don't do it.
God, no.
Don't do it.
Get me off the big screen because this is about to break.
The Kamehameha and him laying there dead. Like those are his two poses, and they fuck both of them.
God.
Oh wow! And then I was gonna say too, Justin Welch in the comments here. I've actually never had my Cad Bane was a bit stiff, but none of my TBC figures I've had issues moving the joints.
Supposedly those Tusken Raiders, their wrists, their hands pop off. They just break off because apparently they painted the wrist or whatever in the hands, and I guess they somehow, you know, I guess connected to the inside of the joint, and a lot of those hands have just sheared off.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
You think it would? Yeah, you think it'd be a worse problem on smaller figures, but I guess not. But I don't know.
When I got my Joy Toy figures, I thought at first that the joints were delicate, but surprisingly so, I've had like one or two fall off of the shelf, and nothing has happened. You know, I've popped their joints out with, you know, like with the blow dryer, like to switch things around and stuff like that, and it's good, dude. It's been reliable, and I can and a very trustworthy. And I'm just satisfied with this, which is something I need to show you guys in a little bit.
Well, And that was well, wasn't Joy Toy the one that originally like they did have a lot of issues with ball joints and stuff?
Yes.
And they like actually like took the measures to improve it.
Yeah, I heard a lot about their I guess their more earlier days. NECA makes pretty junk. What? I would love their turtles, but I'm not paying that price for something so cheaply made. And that nasty crap with classifying a wear item like a brake pad is a super shady.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I have I have this guy I got from NECA, which is like honestly, I fucking love this figure. I mean, I did loosen his joints a little bit, but hands down, I gave him like some extra stuff. He does not come with this sword and all this other ninja stuff. I got that from the Gomez set. But
That's the original. That's the original comic book Splinter.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
little
love
guy,
that.
oh yeah, he's on a wire. He has a wired tail. Like I like his height, the scale for him, and everything, and just his overall look is definitely a win for me. Soft
Yeah.
goods, like his
Oh, I
combo.
love. Yeah. Oh shit! Look at that! Look what Brian's got. That's awesome. Dude.
That thing's dope, but
I wanted that, dude. Tell me.
I'd be afraid I'd break it.
Surprisingly, I've had no issues with this dude. Now
Awesome.
I'm careful with him, but I mean, I can do pretty much whatever I want to with him. I'm just, I don't play with it. I don't like, try to force something with it. But that one, I had zero issues with. So.
A good friend of mine sent me this one, Doubloon Davy. I don't know if you guys know him on Instagram, but he does.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he sent me this as a birthday gift, and I haven't opened it yet.
The
But
pizza
like,
monster.
yeah, dude, I wanted a pizza monster, and he went out of his way and got it for me. I haven't given him the shout out for it, but if he does end up watching this video, love you, bro, for this. Really, I do. I am gonna do an unboxing of it, but I'm really excited for this one. I don't know if you guys have this or owned one before, but how do you feel personally about it? Like, if you guys have ever had one.
I need to get a pizza monster.
He said, "I need to get one."
I need one.
I'm not collecting the NECA Turtles line. Like I do have a pretty big Turtles collection for other lines, but I definitely know they were like the most annoying enemy in the old arcade game.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I'm collecting. I have an assortment of different monsters from different toy lines because my character Redeemer in his story, there's going to be moments where he crosses over with other characters and other things from different universes. So I created this thing called the Bio Squad, which is in parallel to Mezco Toys' Hazard Squad. So I searched it up and is there a Bio Squad? No one did a Bio Squad. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a Bio Squad. I made my own Bio Squad, made a group of characters. Redeemer's a part of it, and there's going to be some moments where I'm going to have pictures where my characters are hunting these monsters down, but these monsters are from different universes. So I wanted the Pizza Monster. I got the Magma Man or whatever the hell from Spider-Man. I got this brain. This brain monster from Duke Nukem. Let me show you guys this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. This
Show
one's
us some toys. Show us some toys. I won't forget about you, Brian. I promise. I know that you want to show things.
Have you guys ever seen this?
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness!
No, I haven't. What is that? That is awesome.
That is fucking cool.
This is a brain bug. I mean brain bug. I forgot what it's called. It's called something. It's from Duke Nukem. It's a brain monster from Duke Nukem. It's a 1998, toy that they had released a while ago when Duke Nukem was like at its peak. But this thing is fucking awesome. And if you split the back of its brain, goo will it has like slime inside of it that'll come out. So if you want to have moments where you killed it and stuff, you can do like scenes where it's like brain is like half missing and you got like blood coming out of it, whatever. But yeah, dude, like I'm a huge fan of monsters, old school monsters, but this thing is like phenomenal. I would actually let me do a flip on the camera so you guys can actually take a better look at this rather than do this here. Flip the camera real quick for you boys.
Professionals.
Professionals.
There we go.
I was just looking at that Mac too.
Let's get you guys in there. bad boy here, and so I can move it around and show you all.
Under the microscope.
You
That's
said
great.
that's from the 90s?
Yeah, it's a 90s figure.
Wow.
You know who made it?
And it has wired tentacles and everything, comes with its own stand and whatnot. But I have, like I've had this figure for a very long time. I don't know how much it costs on the market. Last time I checked, it was pretty damn pricey, but it might have dropped in price. It was like $300 last time I checked, but
Nice.
Did you say who made that, or do you know who makes it?
I will tell you right now. I don't want to say McFarlane because I don't think it was McFarlane Toys. That'd be nuts if it was, dude.
It does look like it's in that ballpark, though. It is pretty detailed. Like some of his earlier stuff was like
Super
fragile,
detailed.
but it was super detailed.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so this is from Realms Entertainment, 1998.
Realms that never even heard of them.
Like it's like Palisades Toys. Resident Evil. This company started doing Resident Evil action figures, which was like one of the only companies that created very highly detailed action figures, monsters from the Resident Evil line, from the different sequels and prequels of the game. But then the company went into bankruptcy because they were trying to. There was like a period in time where when they were releasing the figures, some of the figures joints were like the plastic was like kind of like McFarlane. A lot of people were complaining about it, but the joints were too like delicate and they were breaking. The durability was really bad. So then they were trying to outsource to a different company so that they could better their product, and they entrusted this man with the funds of the company so that he could go out of state to do the deal. Man took all of their money and disappeared off the face of the fucking map. Left the company deep down in a hole, and they had to close out. But now if you look online, look up Palisades Resident Evil monsters. All of their monsters, dude, the details on those figures are immaculate. It was like Toy Biz in the early 2000s, late 90s. They were like way ahead of their fucking time, right? And dude, they were making like masterpieces. Like those figures are grails. If you look online, they are a lot of money now because the company doesn't exist. Those figures are discontinued. But they were the only company that made Resident Evil figures that were like top tier. And the same thing with Realms Entertainment. These were like companies from the 90s, man. They came out real quick. They were throwing out really good ass action figures, but just like Toy Biz, they were pouring a lot of money into their products, and they weren't getting a lot of money back because this was during a time where people barely knew about it, and like serious collectors were just starting to become a thing. Action figure collectors, and it was like taking the toy game to the next level. I remember when I got my first Gambit figure from Toy Biz, dude. I moved here, went to Walmart with my dad. I remember when I had those 90s toys, the arms just go up and down, legs go up and down. There was not anything you could really do, everything was pure imagination. And then I came to Homestead. We moved here from Kendall, and we go to Walmart. And I go in the toy section, and I see Gambit. And Gambit with the soft goods fucking jacket. Toy Biz comes with a comic book.
Oh yeah, the original Legends. Yeah.
I looked at this toy. I was like, "What is this?" The freaking toes could bend, the ankles, and the whole thing, dude. This guy could flex and do all this other stuff. And you bought him for like $13.99. He was $13. Came with all this stuff, and like I got him when I opened up, dude. I fell in love with that figure. Till this day, I still have it. I opened it. I still have the original, and then I bought an extra, and I still have that one. It hung up on the wall.
That was like the pre-Legends. What was it, Spider-Man Legends or something like that? They did
Let me get Yes, give me one.
And then, well, while you're going to get that, but I remember buying this Spider-Man that had magnets in his hands and his feet, and you could like stick him on all this shit, and he was so articulated, and it was like just awesome. What do you got there, Eddie? Oh, the old Toy Biz.
Glare.
Tony Stark.
It's Tony in the suit.
Dude, that's the figures that I'm talking about.
That's
Toy Biz.
Arms going up and down.
Yep, the briefcase suit from the intro.
Speaking of, before you show that off, Redeemer, speaking of while we're on the Toy Biz game, I thought I lost this. I bought this originally like years ago and thought it was the coolest thing.
Where'd you go?
He left.
See you later, bud.
Professional. Here. But it's that crazy Wolverine that's a werewolf thing.
Dude,
It's actually a really cool figure, and the howling thing. Oh, you probably can't hear it, but yeah, the howling feature still works.
Awesome.
Did they do?
There we go.
Did they do Captain America in that line too as a werewolf?
No, actually, they didn't.
Well, they missed a fucking opportunity there.
I don't know what StreamYard's doing here. I went to click on to bring them back, and it like took everybody out of the fucking room. I'm like, okay, but it's done that to me the last couple streams. Oh yeah, yeah, man, that's a good gambit. That's a killer gambit.
Mm-hmm.
This gambit
that's an
is
awesome gambit.
hands down one of the best gambits in the game. Till this freaking day, dude. Holds
People
up
are
2024.
People are still using that coat on their Marvel Legends gambits.
Bro, this guy said he's the one that paved the road. He paved the road for all the other gambits to come in. You know, this thing came with a comic book, came with statistics on the back, a little biography showing you the other characters you could get in the line. Like,
yep,
$13, bro, $13.
Dude, that's
now it'd be $30 for that.
$30, probably fucking 70, maybe. That's someone's if they're because this came with a stand, a comic book, the figure, its accessories and stuff. Like some companies charge you way more for less.
Yeah, well, and I kind of miss that too when you went into the store. Now it's like you buy a figure and it's like whatever from Star Wars. It's like a creature, someone who dwells in the desert, and that's the only description you get of the character. But I used to buy figures based on that because I wouldn't know what the X-Men figure was when I was back buying the Toy Biz shit. And you'd be like, "Oh, this guy is from another dimension, and he like fucks Wolverine up all the time." And you're like, "Oh, I've never seen it. I'm gonna buy him anyway. He sounds fucking awesome."
I love this. It gives you a stats chart on his height, his weight, his eyes, his hair color, his strength, speed, durability, energy projection, and fighting skills. And it gives you his biography. Always an outsider. Remy LeBeau was shunned as a youth because of his strange burning red eyes. Eventually, he realized he was a mutant, gifted with the ability to change inanimate objects with explosively released biokinetic energy. In Gambit's hands, even the most benign implement becomes an exploding projectile. However, he is most often relies on kinetically charged playing with cards, a reformed thief, and the charming scoundrel. The raging Cajun always has a card up his sleeve.
Oh yeah, that's wicked. You know who has the best bio? It's Crystal Ball from G.I. Joe. It starts out, he's like, Crystal Ball is the seventh son of a seventh son of a seventh son of a clan of gypsies, and it goes into this like crazy. You got to look up his bio online, man. It's like easily like one of the most like far out there fucking bios you've ever seen on any action figure. And then they've got a Transformer too he's got a cool bio. I forget, he's a hovercraft, but it says that he's a Transformer that collects mini robots, like a Transformer that collects Transformers.
Minicons.
Yeah. And it says it right on the back that he has a collection of like model robots or something like that. It says on his card. So it's just I think it's a nod to the fans, right? Where Hasbro's like, well, let's make this guy like he has a toy collection too. He's a Transformer with a toy collection. So
absolutely.
There's a lot of bios that actually kind of stick out. But Brian, man, would you want to show off your items?
Okay, sure.
Full camera, man.
I got this last week for my birthday. Nice. It's a Joy Toy, one of the new Joy Toy army builders.
Nice.
Is that the new packaging?
Yeah. Instead of a little box, they have a blister on it.
Those are Joy Toys, huh?
I like the box better. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, it doesn't matter to me because it's like I'm just gonna throw this shit away anyway after I open them up. But you know,
same. For me, it's the stackability though. When I get them,
I opened this guy up.
Oh, finally, Mo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that soft goods? Does he have a soft
goods? It is. Yep.
His apron is soft goods. No freaking way.
Yep.
He got it from Gambit.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna integrate him on Yamato 6. I just gotta do some stuff.
Giant
I found this guy on the shelf yesterday at Walmart. It was on the top shelf. I'm like, I don't mind if I do.
Good job.
Like somebody was trying to hide him up there or something. I was like, oh, there's another figure up there. Let me see what it is.
Oh. At my Walmart, I go over to the home section where they have all the pillows, and someone stashes action figures in behind the rows of pillows. So I'll get like Transformers and stuff that are like stashed back there. It's hilarious.
That's their secret hiding spot, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was.
And so I didn't buy this, but Star Wars Station sent me this. It's a Zero, the hut.
Nice.
So I'll paint him up and add him to Yamato.
That's awesome, man. I just printed
Anyway, I appreciate that. He sent me some other little stuff too, a box of stuff, but I'll have to get all that painted up. And anyway, yeah, that's all for me.
That's it. That's all. Well, I only had that Wolverine to show off. I didn't really like my last toy hunt was freaking brutal, but I think I talked about that last week. Just out nothing. I think the two things I did buy, I just bought because I didn't have them, but I scored barbecue from the classified line, and I got the vintage Merrick figure, or Marok or whatever, the Inquisitor guy.
Oh yeah.
So I bought the vintage version and like gave him like a nice Inquisitor's lightsaber and stuff like that. So he can be a fill-in until TVC gets their shit together and gets that. But I want the rest of the Bad Batch first. I don't want anything else for TVC except for the Bad Batch. That's it. That's all I want, man. So
we're gonna get a launch of those guys during the series with the big 3-episode premiere and all that stuff. I think it's gonna be a direct tie. Kind of like they held off on announcing the episode 1 premiere, and I think we're going to see more of that stuff coming along the pipeline this year. So
yeah, I'm excited to see if Tech is still alive. There's a lot of rumors going around saying he's still alive. I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome.
Speaking of episode 1, are you guys going to go check it out in theaters again? Or are you going to
which one?
Episode 1. They're putting Phantom Menace back in the theater.
Oh, are they really? Are they changing it in any way? Because if they're not changing it in any way, I probably won't.
Have you fucking been in a cave for the past 2 weeks, man?
Kinda, yeah. Got a lot of orders, man. Dude, I've been 3D. I'm just like getting to the end of Dom's like order of 3D printed stuff, and I like got all these requests. I think the last person I talked to today, I was like, dude, I can't even start your ship for like 6 weeks. Like I'm like.
You're supposed to be the king of the fucking Star Wars rumors for your sci-fi show. They're putting the movie back in theaters. Starts May 3rd, and it's going to be in for 3 weeks, I believe.
Well, that's not a rumor. That's a fact. We only deal in rumors on Sci-Fi Guy.
Okay, but you need to 3D print yourself a newspaper.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go.
I was just going to say, I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that in Canada, man. It might be just an American thing.
International, baby. International.
Oh.
The announcement came from Europe.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, no, unless they're doing something different with it, I'll probably just skip it because I've seen it 6 million times.
I think I'm gonna take my son because I don't think he's ever watched a Star Wars movie in the theater before. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, I only got to see episode 1 on the big screen once, and that was at a drive-in theater. So this will be like a first time seeing it in a movie theater proper for me. So I'm excited.
Yeah, maybe I will take my son. I don't know. You don't live in this house without watching Star Wars, that's for sure. He's probably seen it like 20 times hanging out in the toy room or whatever, but while it's on. But I always
what do you got, the fucking Clockwork Orange chair set up down there? If you live in your house, you got to watch Star Wars, and he's got
No, usually it depends on it. Like if I'm like world building, like working away at shit, then and it's like 1/18th, I'll put on like Mandalorian or like some kind of Star Wars, Clone Wars. I've seen that series like 50 million fucking times. But no, it depends what I'm working on. If I'm working on He-Man, I'll watch He-Man. If it's Transformers, it's Transformers kind of thing. So I don't know, just the way it goes.
A little bit of themed world building over at your house.
Yeah. Kind of depends what I'm in the mood for. I watch a lot of documentaries and abandoned places shit on YouTube, where it's like old schools and like malls and crap that nobody's been in since the 90s and shit. They're pretty interesting.
Blowing up our big abandoned building May 9th. I wish my girlfriend had her old apartment because we could see it from the back porch, like perfect view of it. But there's all sorts of like videos on YouTube of people going in there and shit. And like, it's so funny because we went during the pandemic, like the height of the pandemic, what it was like 2 weeks to flatten the curve and nobody was out. Like you weren't supposed to be out for longer than an hour. I'd take a walk for my stupid mental health. And I'd go down there and there'd be people like sneaking in and out of this place. And you could see how they were getting in and out. And now it's been there for 40 years or something. And they're finally knocking it down. And it's crazy to see like these videos slowly popping up now that people feel a little less afraid to share that they've been in there since they're destroying it. And a lot of the abandoned urban explorers are posting up those videos, Rad. So you'll probably come across that. It's a shame you'll miss seeing the building by the time you get down here for the show, but it's freaky cool, man. It's I feel you there. Watching those things is neat because it's like you get a glimpse of like how things were, kind of like snapshots frozen in time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll have to see, but everybody's gearing up. I didn't realize it was Wednesday, but yeah, Bad Batch season 3 starts Wednesday.
3-episode premiere, baby.
And to find Outer Rim Station, we will absolutely not get all the Bad Batch in the same gear. They've given us Hunter, so they might I think they're going to re-release them all in the season 2 or 3 outfits, and then they'll re-release Hunter as well. So you'll have an extra Hunter, I guess, or a custom body or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Raymond, did you?
Few wreckers, man. That's what I want. I love that armor, and I see what people do with it in 112 for their Mandalorians. Use it as a different like supplemental piece. And the TV show The Mandalorian showed that they'll just use armor until they can get their chest plate with the Iron Heart and all that stuff. Like, I'm like, all right, give me wrecker in 1/18 scale, please.
Yeah, I actually honestly wish we had more variety in the Mandalorian bucks as it is, because you got the heavy Mando, you got like the regular like Death Squad type Mando, but I customize a ton, so I like had a ton of those Power of the Force Boba Fett's and just painted them all like different colors, like every color of the fucking rainbow. But it's funny because they all have that like pre-articulated Power of the Force look, so you can always tell when you're looking at my setup like which guys they are. It's the guys that look like they're like looking at the ground while they're walking because the posing sucks, and they're jacked as fuck.
They've been working out.
Yeah. Well, even the Princess Leia and the Power of the Force lines, they're like notoriously hideous, man. Oh yeah, dude, she's scary. She's a scary woman, dude.
They had China pose for her figure when they were making it.
Probably.
You read my mind. You freaking read my mind.
Well, we do. We kind of got lucky though because we do have like what 5 or 6 different versions of Mandos that they've released. You know what I'm saying? So that's thank God for that at least.
Oh yeah.
And the new what is he? He's like the frigate captain of the Mandalorian pirate fleet. He seems to have like a whole new look to him.
Yeah.
Different pieces. So I'm excited to scoop up those.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was weird too. I was over at Valley Village the other day and scooped up a bag of Star Wars figures for like $3.99. There was like 5 or 6 figures, and they were all TVC. There was a Hauser in there with no helmet. The Darth Maul was in there. Qui-Gon Jinn was in there. Who else? And then there's a couple like clone trooper type dudes. But I don't know. When I find stuff like that, I'm like, how did these get here, man? Like, what the fuck?
It's after Christmas, bro. People start cleaning out their houses, and that's why everybody's finding those fucking shipping container houses. Because it's after Christmas time, so everybody's getting rid of their shit that they don't want at the house. So doesn't surprise me. And also little boys, our interest when we were little kids sometimes changed fucking daily. So
yeah. Well, we do those. I've got a ton of small towns around me. So in the spring and like May, like end of May, they do that thing where everybody puts their shit out at the curb. Mm-hmm. So I've actually scored some really boxes of toys and stuff just from doing that.
Nice.
But yeah, usually in the spring, that's when everybody goes through their garage or their attic, and they're just like, get rid of this shit. We don't need it anymore.
We have a highway that goes through the town. It's Highway 64, and twice a year they'll put all the stuff out, and it's called 64 Galore.
Very nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, I would like to see those newer clone commandos in 118th as well. That would actually be really cool. I agree, Bjorn.
Yeah, or a nice new 4-pack of the Republic Commandos. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
because they keep showing what's his face Scorch in Bad Batch. So like,
oh yeah,
give us a good buck and produce the 4 pieces with the different backpacks and weapons, and there you go. Like it's an easy sell. You can literally sell it in the the Army Builder pack, or you could sell a 4-pack of white ones because they seem to be using the white armor as part of the troop attachments in the current Empire/Republic crossover. So opportunities there for them to make some money if they want it.
And yes, Better Ray Bob, I have seen that documentary. There's an abandoned village in Japan where this like old lady's like made like stuffed people to put all over the town or something like that. Like people are still living there. It's actually kind of disturbing, to tell you the honest truth.
What's it in Spain, the island of the dolls, like that, where they're it's just an island that you pay money, or you get permission to go to, I should say. You don't pay money, and you go to this island, and it's just decorated with thousands of like baby dolls and doll heads and like all kinds of shit. And it's like borderline scary, but at the same time, like the artist in me is like, that's really fucking cool that somebody took the time to build this. What do you want to call it? Like an immersive fucking piece that people can go to and physically walk through and see.
Up towards world building. But there's
Works started world building. Oh,
yeah, maybe, I don't know. But there's a place if you go up through Dawson City, Yukon, on the way to Alaska and shit. But it's called the Signpost Forest, and there's literally all these trees and posts, and everybody that has gone through there has like carved out a wooden sign, like saying like Bob and Mary, 1974, and like stuck it on. Because they leave they leave stuff to like nail your signs to the trees. I guess it's just fucking crazy.
Wow.
And my dad was up through there, and they obviously made a sign and everything. But so there's like just fucking thousands and thousands of signs. Like you could be in there for days reading like everybody that's like gone through this place. But yeah, it's just up right before Yukon. They're up by Dawson City. So exciting geographical experiments. But Pirates of the Galaxy, you're a little bit late, man. Where were you?
A little bit late, brother. Good to see you. Glad you made it out, though.
Yeah. But thanks for coming out. I guess he's paying me back. I think I showed up like 10 minutes before Whip Wednesday was over last week, and I was like, fuck. But it was like work, man. You like try and get out of there, and it's just like one thing after another, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, it was Valentine's Day, too. That was the tough part for me.
Yeah, true enough. But I don't know. I'm pretty much out of stuff to talk about. We're heading on the hour here. Does anybody have anything they want to say before I have my final piece here?
So, before we head off, I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to put the camera vertical this time real quick so y'all can take a quick look.
Unacceptable.
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 I have to do this. Let's see. Let's set this up right.
Sorry, we're professional.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The hell's that on your desk? A pager?
Whoa. Where? Oh, that?
Yeah.
It's my pen holder, or where I put my brushes.
Motherfucker, that's a tape recorder, ain't it?
No. It's literally it holds my brushes, but it's also a calendar.
Oh, weird.
Look.
I thought it was an optical illusion, like it was in front of it, and you weren't just picking up what we were putting down. That's neat.
Oh,
yeah.
That is fucking neat.
That's awesome.
That is crazy. I've never seen anything like that before.
Pretty damn gnarly.
Was it weird when you got in the time machine to go get that from fucking 1987 or what?
No, he just jumped in a DeLorean.
Gotta go back.
Absolutely. That's where I also picked up my what do you call it? It's my Polaroid camera.
Holy
Nice.
shit,
Oh
man.
my
I also
goodness.
picked up this 8-track from Nickelodeon. It's nice.
Nickelodeon.
Let me tell you
wow.
that those Polaroids that are out now, we had those at my sister's wedding, and they were a fucking smash hit. It was like people had never known that you could take a selfie and then have the selfie like seconds later. It blew my
Instantaneously
mind.
in your hand. Yeah, dude. It was. I love Polaroid, man. I'm a huge oldies fan. That's just 100%. But I love retro stuff. So let's show you. Last week when we were doing the live, and I think it was like the week before that, I showed you that I was working on this guy right here. And just to give you a look, he came with this wrapped around him. Now this got in the way of a lot of stuff. This literally covers the knees. His legs could barely go up. He could do barely anything. So I replaced this piece with a piece of my own.
Oh wow, that looks way better.
Nice.
And now this is all soft goods.
Soft goods. That's awesome.
But I
That is
painted it so it can match the tone of the top.
Nice.
And his legs can actually move now. He doesn't have that stupid like bird thing in the way.
He can,
Yeah, dude, that's an underrated move that people forget is that you can paint your fabric to match the figure. Like you could take extra steps to make that match, and that's like a fucking prime example right there. If I ever have to point anybody to it, I'm pointing them to that from now on. That's dope, man. Nice work.
Thank you, sir. And that's another thing, just to show you Rad's doobies. I remember you had reached out to me. I also switched out his feet too, just to show you that. I thought these boots just look a lot better.
Yeah, for sure they do.
Yeah, because it's got real spats on them. Looks like they're in fucking war instead of standing there in a pair of khakis.
Yeah. And so I switched out the boots, gave him a little shin guard, and yeah, now he's good to go for some photos, man. I was working on the last 2 times you guys were doing the stream. I had like the process showing little by little, but now he's complete, and I'm gonna drop some photos on him later today.
Looks
Nice
great.
work, man. Nice work.
That was awesome, dude. Looks
Just
so
to
good.
give you an idea, because I know you hit me up, Brad, and you're like, we were talking about something, you know, and just to give you an idea of the process and stuff, dude. Yeah, but I'm happy about it. Super satisfied. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Came out really
Brad,
good.
throw me up on the big screen, baby, before we go. Anybody who tuned in to last week's live on Tuesday, which live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we were building with trash, and all of this here is trash except for these. These were actually extras. They were not garbage. They're extra kit pieces from a Jason Jensen train order that I put in from his sci-fi line. And I've just been plugging away at it. I hand laid all these bricks in the ceiling. I've been using Dunkin' Donut straws, pieces of foam scraps from like my cosplay days. Like literally, I'm a pack rat when it comes to crafting supplies. So I save like little squares and shit. Well, if you cut them in half, then you got 2 rectangles. Now it's strapping for these things. Wooden hobby sticks from like jobs that I had customers where they needed one and I had to buy like a 20 pack. So I just got a box of them. But I've been doing little behind the scenes stuff for my patrons over there on Patreon. You guys can go check it out. But like hand laying these bricks in, making floor tiles out of the foam to make it soft. So just doing a lot of stuff, but I'm slowly completing this and then I can start painting it. And it's going to be the first building that occupies this space in this section of Gimmick there. So I appreciate everybody for checking that out. I know I've had people ask me and message about it, and I've shown a couple of folks. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for the interest.
That's awesome, man. Now I'm glad we didn't have that intervention with you last night. Like
I was going to take my take my pants off for that. I thought it was a different kind of intervention. I thought you said a convention, and I was like, well, I've been to cosplay parties before. I know how this ends. So I had like cleaned off the glory hole, and I was gonna. Never mind.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice. But yeah, so yeah, you can check out Famine. He's up tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then you can check out our friends Lord of Thane, Pirates of the Galaxy over at Whip Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, there's you can also check out another friend of ours, Toy Domination, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. And then you've got the week. It's capped off with World Makers Consortium, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of us that are here tonight will be there on Friday. We've got Dead Man and Skelly coming on. They're going to explain kind of a contest that we're doing a crossover with for them.
Who are they? Who dead who and what? Well, Deadpool and who? Wolverine?
Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, they're going to be on the show. Dead Man and Skelly are heading up the Toy Mercs. They do a lot of they're pretty big in the old toy photography world, and always a pleasure to have those guys on. It's a good time. But yeah, so we'll announce that contest on Friday. And also, yeah, I think that's about it. We got another episode of Sci-Fi Guys we're going to be filming soon, so look out for that being posted. And I think that's going to wrap up tonight. And we want to thank Redeemer. This is his first official staff position on the show tonight, so you'll be seeing him every week from now on.
He's the co-host. Probate, I think, is the position. But
probate. You got to add the probate.
He does get paid. It's just not in money.
It's just not money. It's in
I don't get paid.
It's in love and support.
Yep.
There you go. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out in the chat tonight. You can check out everybody here on Instagram. And yeah, I think for now it's going to wrap it up. We'll see you on Friday. And until then, take it easy and peace out.
Hey, if it's easy, I'm taking it twice.
All right.
Oh,
Have a good one.
Jeez.